Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Glad you could make it. Today we're gonna be building a house for a very special character that we have in our Let's Play. Her name's Audra. You might know her from the Legacy Challenge I'm currently playing. If you have not seen those videos, I would recommend you watch them, but it is not necessary to understand what's going on in here. Basically, I'm just building a home from a sim I'm playing. Don't mind the fact that I just bulldozed a lot. I had a lot of difficulties deciding what kind of house I wanted to build because, well, I don't build that often. But here you can see I made up my mind on a shell, and the roofing was hell, but hey, everything is at some point. Now you might notice that I do not have a camera on today. That is because I look like shit today. And y'all are gonna have to deal with that. And so this house is gonna be a small one-person house that I'm building for Audra. Don't mind the fact that I'm trying to roof this piece. It did not work. You'll see what we did with it later. So I wanted to build a house for Audra because she is currently dating the matriarch of my Legacy Challenge. And I kind of forced them to be together because, well, it is the first sim I saw during my Let's Play, and I just decided that I was gonna be dating her. She never had a choice. And so, for some reason, those two sims don't get along. So, my main sim, looking for love, and Audra do not get along that well. They have weird sentiments about each other. Every dates I've made them have were weird. You know, they're not that good for each other. They don't work that well with each other. And so what I've been thinking about is, well, getting a divorce. I know it sounds bad when I say it like that, but basically they had a child that is called What is Love? And that child will soon become a teen. And once that child becomes an adult, I will be mainly focusing on What is Love because he will be the new heir of my Legacy Challenge. And I plan on moving out Audra and What is Love to a new house. But then I thought, what if instead of putting both of them in one house, knowing damn well they don't get along, we could just build them two houses? And if you can see on the lot, these are two very small neighbor lots. And what my plan was to make a pathway in between, because even though they don't get along romantically, they're still quite friends. They're still fine with each other. And so I'm gonna make them two houses linked in the middle so that they can both have their space and be happy in their houses, but still stay close to one another. I don't know if that makes any sense, but hey, that's what I'm doing today. And so today I'm making Audra's house. And we've moved quite a long way into the build. You might notice that I took out a piece in the back. That is because I did not know how to roof it, and I just gave up. Let me be, please. And you can also see here that I'm scrolling through the debug menu, which is a menu that you get through a cheat that lets you access everything that's in the game, even the rocks and the small plants that are usually just in the streets or in the parks that you usually get access to. And I decided I wanted to landscape with that. The problem is, I have absolutely no idea how this debug menu works. And honestly, I kind of regret opening this debug menu because once you've opened it, you can't really close it. And so I got stuck with the debug items all over my regular build items. And there's a lot of debug items. But oh well, I guess they're just there now, and I've been struggling for the past 5 minutes. I deeply apologize. I've been trying to find the landscaping, but I don't know how this menu works. It's problematic. But hey, while my former self scrolls around and tries to find a plant, I'm gonna tell you what I'm actually intending to do with those plants. I also decided to add a tree because who doesn't like a tree? So on this little piece of roof that I could not get myself to roof in a decent way, I decided that I would put some flowers to make like a potted plant situation on the roof because, well, if you've been watching the Let's Play, you know. If not, breaking news, the sim that's gonna live there, Audra, is really into plants. And by really into plants, I mean I have made her take care of my garden for the past 8 episodes of the Legacy Challenge. What can I say? I really like my plants. They are my main source of revenue. And so I wanted this house to show Audra's love for plants and gardening and botany. And so I made this little roof flower bit. I also am aiming in this house for a little cozy style. Like not exactly a cottage, but maybe a suburban house, if you will. Now, there is absolutely no chance that you are watching this, but little Simsy, if you see this, I am coming for your brand. I am making a blue suburban, and you can't stop me. It's not going to be nearly as good as you, but I'm making a blue suburban, let me be. Okay, so I finally made up my mind on the kitchen floor plan situation. The kitchen's in this corner. The big room will be the bedroom. The small room would be the bathroom. Makes sense, I guess. And for the kitchen, I went with those dark wood cabinets, not because I find them pretty, but because they are, how may I say this politely, the less ugly ones. Now, might I remind you, if you didn't already know, I only have base game installed. That is because I am cheap. And so, with only base game, there's not that much going on. And so you kind of need to deal with the fact that the cabinets are ugly. But I think they fit in okay with the rest of the house. I tried to give it a little old style vibe, like cozy. My grandma used to live there, cozy style. And that horrendous kitchen tile that I kind of like for some reason. I don't know, it was speaking to me that day. Deciding on the wall color was also a hassle. I ended up putting everything white because I did not know what to do, and I told myself that I might as well just make it all white and give some accent walls. It gave the house a clean look, okay? It works. Little kitchen table, and since I wanted a wooden table, I didn't have that many options. This round table is the least worst. It kind of just worked. Only two chairs at the kitchen table because, well, you know, it is a house for one sim. I also decided to put a door to the bathroom from the bedroom, so it's basically an ensuite bathroom. But hey, at this point, who cares? It's a Sims house. It works. I've seen a couple houses. Oh, don't be. Alright, we're almost done with the bathroom here. We went for quite a simple bathroom. Shower, toilet, sink, toilet paper, and towels. Casual stuff. I also added a mirror over there in case I wanted to practice charisma, I guess. Not that this is Audra's style at all. Also added a little painting on the wall, make it feel less empty. I have a lot to say about beds in the base game. Like, what is up with that? Who thought about those? The bed sheets on the base game beds are so weird. We don't need that many patterns on the bed sheet. I just want a regular schmegular white or pastel or blue bed sheet. But these only come with the cheap beds. So we have an expensive bed that is very ugly. So I guess in this house we really are going for the ugly old style vibe. I also decided to add an accent wall there because we needed something. Keeping it cozy and old styled with wood planks. And what was I doing there? Right. I had this thought, and I had this, one might say, memory of my grandparents' house that had a little half wall right in the middle, in between the living room and the kitchen. And I thought that would be a nice way to make the house a little more old style, to give it a little closed off feel, but still have an open space. I also learned during this build how to size up and down objects, which was fun. And I didn't use it because the painting was not the right shape. So I put another one instead. Obviously, I had to give Audra a bookshelf, or at least some way to read, because that is like half of our personality. And now I was working on the little reading nook. I needed a reading chair, like one of those comfy lazyboy-ish chairs that you can just sit on for hours and devour some books. Was I the only one that read way too much when I was a teen/preteen? Is it normal that I devoured novels? Probably not. Don't mind me. So we're making a little nook right there. Trying to put a rug in. Nothing really fit. I think I found a rug at some point. Not sure though. Because once again, base game rugs. What on earth? Why would I need a zebra patterned rug? When? What occasion? You need a very specific type of house to have a zebra patterned rug. Don't mind the pink carpet I placed there. I probably ended up changing it because it does not look good. And if I left it there, I'm very sorry. It is not a good look. Looking back to it, not a good look. I also added this little chest, I guess, and put some books on it, some clutter, because I felt like this looked nice and made it feel even more like a little cozy reading nook. Now for a living room, I tried going with a very simple couch situation. Didn't quite know where to put it because because since the front door was right there, I couldn't really put it on the other way because it would like break the flow. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just putting plants on a shelf. Okay. Little couch, comfortable. I didn't put a TV in because honestly I have never really been into TVs in The Sims. Ah, yes, I did move that rug. Nice move. So yeah, no TV, but a lot of books. I think it fits Audra well. And now for the important part, the landscaping. The house is pretty much complete. I think I put a picture over there. Yeah. Picture of flowers, obviously, because half of a personality once again. Putting back the tree that I moved away in order to be able to see well. And now it was time for the important part, the landscaping. Because with that sim, I'm gonna spend a lot of time outside in the garden. And so I needed to have a nice outdoor space. But if you've seen the house I built for my legacy challenge, you might know that I am terrible at making outdoor spaces. The outdoor space in the previous house I built is basically a row of chrysanthemums that I was growing for profit and a trash can. And that is all. And so I had to do a little effort here to make this look better. And I really didn't know how to do that, especially since I wanted to have a little pathway that led to the neighbor's house so that I could build another house for Looking for Love on the next site, Looking for Love being my other character. And so I decided to go with some landscaping, like low laying plants. I thought they were a bit less aggressive than, hedges or fences. Also made a little pathway to the backyard area. Did I just leave it like that? It is highly possible that I just left it like that, and I tried to draw a straight line. That didn't work. I put on the grid so I would have a guide to draw straight lines because, well, I have other talents. It took me a while to figure out how to put the grid back. That's on me, I'm just a little dumb. And then I traced some dirt lines. And those lines, once Audra moves into this house, will be for the plants. Also added a planter box for our cow plant because we are currently growing a cow plant and I spent so much time trying to get it. I am not gonna let it die. And so I put a planter for it. It also made the backyard feel a little less empty. And as you can see, the house is $21,000, almost $22,000, which makes it a starter home if you have 2 Sims moving in there. Which, hey, I guess is nice, especially knowing I put in quite expensive furniture in. And so there you go. I built one of my Sims a cozy cottage. So this was Audra's house. I will be building Looking for Love's house next time. I hope you've enjoyed this building video. I hope my building skills did not disappoint you too much. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.